Hello YouTube again. So today's video, I wanted to kind of go over a little bit of my life update and also ask you guys some questions. So my channel, I honestly wanted it to be a lot more about self-help, motivating people. I'm very pro hanging on to life if you are struggling with depression and self-harming thoughts. I really want people to be able to find the good in their life or just face the darkness and work on self-help and healing if they can. I love all people, and so that's kind of just what I want my channel to mainly be about. But today's video is going to be a little off topic. So our situation, and like a lot of people I'm thinking are probably going through this also, is holy shit, finances are not always the most fun thing, okay? I'm curious though, because do you ever just like you're walking by somebody in the parking lot, you see that they have a really nice car, or you're going through a neighborhood and you're like, wow, that's a really nice house. What do these people do for work? I'm really curious, okay? If you are somebody who sees this video, because honestly, my videos have like no traction. I get maybe a few views on each video. Please comment. I'm not asking for comments for engagement. I want to know, what do you guys do for work? And if you don't mind sharing, like, what are your monthly expenses? You know, do you live in this really nice big house and is it paid off, or do you live in this really nice big house but your mortgage is sky high and you're also struggling? Like, even though you're in a better position, I guess, but are we both just still struggling? Like, what? I want to know. I'm really curious. Very, very curious. So here's the thing, is my husband and I have been together for 7 years, going on 7 years, but we've been, our wedding anniversary, we're going on 4 years. But anyways, he's the main breadwinner. I take care of the kids. We homeschool our kids. I really like that. And they love homeschooling. But anyway, so he's our main breadwinner. Okay. He typically makes really good money. He was selling manufactured homes, and the commissions on those were really, really good. And last year we hit just two major bumps in the road financially. One, and this is not, I'm not trying to point fingers or really put blame, or I don't know. But anyways, one was a lender at the bank that we got our home through had essentially lied to us, even though we have it in writing that something was supposed to pull through with the loan. That did not happen at closing, and if we had known we weren't going to get that, we wouldn't have financed our home. Our home situation's a little odd because this house that I'm in was originally supposed to be a flip home, but we ended up having to finance into just a regular mortgage because we decided to stay here. But anyways, so that happened. That was a major bump for us financially. The second thing was the job that my husband did work at suddenly felt uncomfortable paying him such large commissions, and so they unfortunately just changed a lot of things in the company to where they wouldn't have to pay such high commissions, and that really screwed him over, and it kept about $23,000 from his income that he would have had. Now, because of that, those two things back to back, our finances have been just gone downhill since then, and next week we're going to an attorney to look at possibly filing bankruptcy. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, how could you? Why are you doing that? And trust me, I feel the same way. I personally, I like being a nice person. I don't like doing things like this. And so this sort of thing really doesn't make me feel good about myself at all. I feel really bad because when I make an obligation to something, I don't like to just, I don't know, it feels wrong, but we are drowning right now. And so yeah, so that's my life update. That's what we're dealing with. We might have to sell our home and try to find somewhere with a smaller payment or whatnot. But there's a lot of moving parts. So like I said, there's a lot of moving parts right now in our situation. So it's kind of, oddly enough, also a timing game to see what kind of happens. But anyways, all that aside, I know in the video I might look stressed, I might seem really stressed, but really I wouldn't say I'm not nearly as stressed as I should be. I am also a firm believer that everything happens for a reason and our family is going to be taken care of regardless. Whether we move into something smaller, then it's like no big deal. My biggest thing is as long as my husband and my children are alive and healthy, that's all that matters to me. Like we have our good trusty dog right here. He's alive and well, which is a big deal because 3 years ago we lost our golden retriever puppy and that was so hard. And so just knowing that everyone is alive and healthy is all I need. Okay. The house it's whatever. Okay. But yeah, so happy everyone in my life is doing good. That's all I need. So back to the question though, what do you guys do for work? And I mean, if you guys do answer that question, can you just like, what do you do for work? Do you, like I asked, do you live in this? Do you live in a big house? Is it paid off? Is your mortgage low? Or did you buy this big house and you're like, man, I kind of regret that because I am struggling now. What is it? Do you have a family that you're providing for? Do you guys also have debt? You know, I mean, there's books. We have tons of books on finances. And so we're not horrible spenders. We don't have any really like crazy bad habits or anything. But anyways, so that's a big one. Finances, it's a crazy topic. And it's amazing how you can be doing so good in life financially. And wow, if you hit these 2 little speed bumps, it makes all the difference. But I have no doubt in my mind that we're not going to get back on top of things. I think it's just life, you know? I mean, it's just part of the experience. And honestly, I always view things of if I luck out and I actually get to live, I have a goal of living to 101. I mean, if it's longer, that's great, but 101 is just kind of stuck in my head. But if I live that long of a life, in the grand scheme of things, this season of my life is like a crumb. It's so tiny, you know? So in years from now, it's not going to matter. I don't think that this situation is going to be permanent. And that's just how I kind of view it. And if you are somebody who's going through financial problems, it's so helpful thinking of that. Look at the big picture in the long journey. If you get to live a long, healthy life, what you're going through right now, whether it's finances or depression, or I'm so sorry if you're going through loss, whatever it is, this is such a small point in our life. Or whatever you're going through, a divorce, anything, you're having car problems or whatever it is. It's a small fraction in life. And I think we all just need to hang on to that part and just slow down our mind and be like, wow, this is not as bad as it's going to be. This is going to end soon. I just have to get through each day. I have to keep myself organized. And that's what we've been kind of trying to do is sit down and really go over finances often, talk about it. And though my husband and I were just talking about it this morning, we need to sit down again and like really comb through finances again and talk about everything. Now, just a heads up, just because we're going to be talking to a bankruptcy attorney does not mean that we're late on our payments. We're not late on our payments. That's like a big thing. We always make our payments on time. But I guess my husband's really smart when it comes to finances. And so he knows a lot more about the different chapters of bankruptcy. So the one that we're going through is you still make your payments, but you still file. But anyways, the biggest thing, sorry for my rant, I didn't mean to do that. My biggest question was the ones that I asked earlier. What do you do for work? And are you struggling? Thank you for watching this video. And I'm sorry that it was all over the board. I guess I'm just reaching out. I'm more of an introvert, so I don't really go into my community. I don't have a ton of friends, so I make these videos, and if somebody comes across it, please answer, because I really want to know what you're struggling with too, because we can't be the only ones. But anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for dealing with my all over the board rabbit trails with this video. I know this is kind of different than all the rest, but yeah, thank you.